Welcome back, everybody. Blood testing firm Theranos is formally dissolving, but that is not the final chapter in this story. The founder, Elizabeth Holmes, and another former executive await a criminal trial. They're charged with defrauding investors out of hundreds of millions of dollars and defrauding doctors and patients. If convicted, they face up to 20 years in prison. Most of the company's employees worked their last day on Friday. A handful of staff remain on the payroll as they work to wind the company down and distribute the remaining cash to creditors. The move comes after a failed attempt to try and sell the company after reaching out to more than 80 potential buyers. Theranos rocketed to a $9 billion valuation on claims that its new technology could run a full range of laboratory tests on just a drop or two of blood. The company's fingerstick blood tests began arriving in Walgreens stores in some states as Holmes, a Stanford dropout, became a billionaire and a media celebrity. But the Wall Street Journal reported that the company's blood testing device was unreliable and that Theranos was actually using it for just a fraction of the tests that it was offering to consumers. Most of the tests were performed with commercial analyzers that were purchased from other companies. The liquidation process is expected to take 6 to 12 months. So many questions around this. The great book that was out, Bad Blood.
Great book.
Reporting through all of this and kind of digging into the details.
By the way, without John Kerry, who wrote the book, I'm not sure any of this would happen.
I'm not sure either.
What, they would have gotten away with this?
Well, you remember the Cleveland Clinic was supposed to be looking into the black box that was the test.
There was so much going on before the real reporting began. This was actually an instance where the reporting, not the government or somebody else.
The government came to action afterwards.
Where were they headed? Theranos.
Where were they headed? They were headed to taking people's blood. They were taking people's blood.
And they were getting false results back.
Providing false results.
They knew full well they didn't have technology that did that.
You're saying it would have come out of it.
It's like as bad as any investment scheme I've ever seen.
But think about how many people.
What were they doing?
Think about how many people would have been injured.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying to what end were they trying to think that this in any universe
it was a little
bit
like a Ponzi scheme. It was like a Ponzi scheme of somebody who believed that they could get to the other side of the cliff, which was
unwound eventually. But John Kerry made this happen.
But when you're sending out stuff, and it's obvious you're getting the results from existing technology, bringing it back and claiming that your one drop, black box mechanism did this. What are you hoping that in the next 2 years you're going to develop?
So very interestingly, today in Silicon Valley and elsewhere, there are a number of companies that are now pursuing the Theranos strategy of doing a sort of one prick or very small amount of blood, and they're apparently much closer to where Theranos was.
That'd be the best way to
ultimately
do it, to actually have the technology before you.
But my point is, the actual concept of the technology itself might have not been the wrong idea. The question is,
we all want to do this.
You needed to stay in development.
But you need to actually have, you can't just
especially before you roll it out to the commercial public.
And take all that credit and act like anyone that questions it is saying that you're just resistant to new technology, and all the players that are already entrenched are trying to undercut us. I mean, and knowing full well that you're sending it out. Did she not know they were sending it out to get?
Of course she knew. The whole thing was known.
Well, that's like a huge investment scheme. It's no better than any bucket shop that's ever. You might as well be Jordan Belfort or something, whatever his name is.
But thanks to the Journal for uncovering this and John Kerry for uncovering this and really getting the ball rolling on this before more people were relying on errant tests.